Welcome back to Majestix. My name is Chase, and today I am going to do a top 8 recap video of the most recent Majestix Series Open Qualifier held at Paladins Games in Bakersfield, California. This is using the Rock Age format with a ban list. This event was ran very smoothly, and I actually even got to participate, so I will talk a little bit about my team, what I used, what I saw, and some of the cool tech that I expect to see going forward. Also, we'll obviously talk about the winners team. Other than that, again, big thanks to Paladins Games, everybody who ran the event. And let's go ahead and let's dive into what the top 8 looks like here. So as you can see, we have Aaron Cantu, Gavin Neves, Robert Gallagher, Emilio Gutierrez, myself, HeroClix, Alonso Gutierrez, and Clay Wood. So let's go ahead and go over the winners team really quick, and that would be Aaron Cantu. So Aaron placed first place, and he ran, as a big surprise, Mr. Death. Aaron is actually one of the first people to run this with success back in September at a Majestix tournament. He changed the team up a little bit using Lockjaw, Ironheart, and the Flora Colossal, along with the Millennium Ring and Mjolnir. Gamma Bomb, another big tech in there, and obviously the book. What made this team really hard, I specifically went against it, is that Lockjaw is a piece that you're not going to go after. There's no way that you can spend the time to try to whittle down Lockjaw with all those tokens that he has on him before Mistress Death is just going to take you out. Another interesting tech on the team is combining Mjolnir with the Millennium Ring. The Millennium Ring pretty much lets you see through different kinds of terrain. So now she's targeting you with that 10 range Mjolnir, and being able to see through most things. It's just a really kind of difficult situation to be in. Ironheart helps with a little extra support in there. So great job to Aaron. The team is really good. Plus Aaron's a great pilot, knows it really well, and came out and took down the event with a very, very strong team. And I expect to see different components of this team at future events. Second place is going to go to Alonso Gutierrez. He was running Mistress Death as well with Mixie, Casey Specter, Leela Cheney, and Split Lip. The Cosmic Treadmill actually on this is kind of a big deal for him, because what he does is he puts Leela on it and tries to out-tempo you between Mixie and the Cosmic Treadmill. Mixie's going to control the enemy team, while the Treadmill allows you to keep Mistress Death just going. So Mistress Death continually attacking can just be a huge problem for any team. So I really enjoyed this team. I thought it was very creative. And you can actually check out this finals match over on our YouTube channel. You can check out each round, or different rounds of the top 8 and a couple other rounds of the Swiss on the YouTube channel as well. So another interesting team, or actually, you know what? I'm just going to go over my team really quick. What I played and why I did it. I played the 100-point, or I played Slate with Proslate coming in at 100 points. Lydia, Bizarro Green Arrow, Witch, Carnage, and Indigo. And the main thing about this team is going to be the Slate tech. The Slate tech is pretty much that he places down barrier. After his barrier, he can pulse wave from it. From one of the squares. With Sniper Rifle going down on him immediately allows me to pulse wave from extremely far away from the board. I can almost just on his own get into the opponent's starting area. So he's the most important piece on the team. Lydia allows me to try to steal a resource attachment from an enemy resource. I didn't get to go against any batteries, so getting to just completely shut that down didn't get to happen. But it was useful for Lydia to pull off a couple hammers, things like that, or something I didn't want to deal with. Bizarro Green Arrow, 90% of the reason he's in there is just for the opposing Green Arrow, with Slate being so important to the team. Getting hit by a call-in of the EW Green Arrow is just too much. So he's in there, and it helps out a lot. And then the rest of the team is mainly to get that monster theme team going, get the map I need so I don't get put into bad spots. The team did very well. I think with a little more practice with it, maybe I could have done better. But I absolutely love the team, and I'm already actually working on a new incarnation of it coming up. Who ended up taking me out is the fourth place team, HeroClix. reason I want to highlight this team is that he didn't even have a resource, and this is, if I'm right, it's completely modern. It's just an awesome, awesome team that I could see actually having success in a modern format. Pretty much what happened for me is we played when in the fourth round, and I barely pulled out the win. Eric could have done some things different, and he did those things different in our match in the top 8. He just came across the board extremely quick. Sam Cap giving +3 movement to overdrive. He was in my face on turn 2. So that's not what I want to see with my team pretty much staying in his base the whole time. Very, very good team. Good job to Eric. Great job making the top 8. Another team I want to talk about is Robert Gallagher's team. Running the Lockjaw again, Nighthawk Prime, Mr. Nobody. And actually pretty much what I want to talk about on this team, it doesn't look like much, but it all kind of comes together. It's much greater than some of its parts. And that is something that's very interesting is Mr. Nobody. What Nobody's doing here is the main reason you can take him is that he has the ability to place your opponent's objects. And when he places those objects, that can be really hindering to anybody that needs things like Mjolnir, the Millennium Ring. Gamma Bomb is huge. Now you get to place the Gamma Bomb where you don't, where it's not going to affect you as much. The other thing is Overdrive. Now Overdrive can be next to useless because you're pulling the all his objects away from him. So now he's just a 35-point sink on your team, and most teams were expecting to be able to carry their people, and now they're going to slog across the field. So great job to Robert getting 3rd place, and I love the Nobody tech on that. Really, really important in this format. Fun team that I thought did awesome. Big shout out to Clay Wood on this one, running Hellspawn with the Arkham Asylum Guard and Utility Belt, 8 Batman, Astral, Doctor Strange, and Blind Owl. The main tech on this team is putting Hellspawn in the second click. He then switches with somebody, Arkham Guard, and then can capture him, and he's already in his own starting area, so then he gets to, by the next turn, release him. So if you don't have a way to get across the board quick, there's not much you can do. The one thing that could be a little hard for him, I know Clay had to go against Emilio in his Mystique team, and that's pretty much a hard counter to Clay because there's no way for him to actually use the capture ability against any of those pieces. Emilio did run the Mystique team again, which he piloted 2nd place in the last event. Really great team. He did a great job on it, piloting it as well, getting in there at 5th place, or 6th place, I mean. Another piece that could see some more play is Nick Necro. Nick Necro pretty much has a kind of like a mini Highfather thing going on, where he can make it so that you can't target each other. Also, he makes it really hard on people who have resources. I think the hard thing for this team is just Mistress Death in general. She's gonna pick to just take that damage, and to let that go through to Nick as long as they can follow up with another attacker. So that's pretty much it for what I want to talk about when it comes to the teams and the tech that we saw. A few things going forward. I do expect still to see Mistress Death, but again, not quite as much as we have seen her so far. There was plenty of other teams that ran Mistress Death, but only 2 made in the top 8. While they did make 1st and 2nd, it did show the diversity in the field, and that's going to continue to get teched against until Mistress Death just really isn't as much of a thing anymore. Also, if you look at the rest of the teams in the top 8, there was a ton of diversity. No 2 teams look alike, so I was really impressed with that. I think there's some other things that we're going to see some more of. I definitely think we'll see more Mr. Nobody in here, maybe even Nick Necro. So yeah, it was a really great tournament. Had a ton of fun. Can't wait for the next one. And I want to thank Paladins Games again for running such a smooth event. It was really a blast. And other than that, we will see you next time.